Hello everybody and welcome to the Top Cut. Crim unfortunately is not with us this week, so I'll be taking over the hosting duties. Of course I am Pooka, and with me are Michael Pram and Drew Holton. Pause for woo.
I'm on strike since I've been crimmed.
Here, I'll throw one in for him.
Woo! There we go.
Yeah.
Got a lively Drew tonight. Okay. Well, you might not be able to see him right now. It's okay. So, before we start, how you guys doing? We'll start with Drew.
Tired. I was ready to go to bed. Kyle's like, oh, we gotta do a show tonight. I was like, I'm going to bed. And then he told me Crim wasn't coming, so he guilted me. And now I'm here.
Right. Alright, and Pram, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Yeah, I guess I am a little tired, but yeah.
We're all tired, so it's probably going to be a short show tonight. We don't have Crim either. But if you guys have any questions, we will still be answering those at the end of the show. So ask your questions away on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/TopCutPokemon. And we'll get to those later. But let's start off with state championships. Nothing too unusual happened. The top two decks, Zekrom Electric and Celebi Mewtwo, were the two decks that won the most. They both had 7 wins each. There were a few weird decks winning, but overall, what do you think about the results? We'll start with Pram.
For the most part, pretty predictable. Celebi and Zekrom Electric are clearly the two best decks. And let's see, Durant won one, Emboar won one. Emboar is a little strange, but as I was saying before this whole state series started, Emboar is my boy. Actually, funny story, I played a Emboar during the Swiss at States last weekend, and I almost lost, but because I played Buffalon, I could get rid of his RDL, so that was good.
What? Why'd you play Buffalon?
Because Buffalon one-shots Eel.
You make me sick.
Next level, man. Next level.
What do you do when you start a Buffalon?
You don't.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. What do you do if you start Mewtwo?
Just attach double colorless?
Exactly, yeah, that's what I do. That or I just switch retreat. Anyways. Emboar Magnezone. I feel like, if enough people played it, eventually it would win one. Like, you just have to run good, so, like, if you have, like, any given Sunday situation, like, most times you won't win with it, but, any given day, right?
Yep. It
Landor
actually won in Australia, so it wasn't America, but it did win a state.
I'd imagine their format's pretty similar.
Yeah.
So,
True.
Congratulations to Emboar.
Not
Landorus.
the person playing it, just Emboar.
Well, I don't know the person playing it. I mean, I could look, but okay. Congratulations to Sam Hendel. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, Landorus, Terrakion. I guess I think that deck's fallen out of favor with a lot of people. People have just realized it doesn't actually beat Eels consistently. It's just kind of like a surprise factor that will kind of caught everyone off guard. And I think Typhlosion is kind of in the same boat as Emboar. Any given Sunday.
All right. Well, Drew, what do you think? Are Celebi and Zekrom Electric, are they as good as what the results say, that they have absolutely dominated every single other deck, or do you think these other guys still have a shot going into regionals?
I got no shot. I thought my boy Durant was gonna be better before states, but he only got 1 win. Pretty disappointed. I don't know what everyone was doing. Switch to Terrakion or what?
In total, I think Durant got 4 or 5 wins over the course of states. But yeah, just 1 win in the 3rd week.
He fell off. He started out strong. fell off.
Well, I think that's kind of predictable. I mean, just based on the numbers of people playing Eels and Celebi, they should have the most wins just based on numbers. And the people who played Durant were like people who couldn't play Eels or Celebi for the most part. Some people have deliberately played Durant and did fairly well. But I think, yeah, I think most people who Drew's back on.
Oh,
Drew.
Yeah.
Got my pants back on.
Well, as long as you don't stand up, you'll be okay. It's my secret to success. No, but yeah, back to Durant. I think the Durant matchup, for the most part, has been figured out. Most people by now know how to play versus Durant. It's fairly simple for every deck. You just find out a game plan, because they're going to do pretty much the same thing no matter what. So you just have to play into them doing that, and you knowing what you want to get out, and just hope for the best. Hope Crushing Hammer doesn't kill you, and that's pretty much it.
You see, Durant's around here. They started playing Mewtwo, so after they milled out a good portion of your deck, and you got down to one prize, they would just go Mewtwo and double colorless X-Ball. And I saw a lot of Durants actually winning on prizes, which made me shake my head.
What happens if the opponent has Super Rod?
Well, I mean, they end you to one and they just kill you with Mewtwo. That was the whole point. Then people just didn't draw anything for the next 5 turns.
What happens if you just electric ball?
You get knocked.
Yeah, but then their Mewtwo's hurt, so then you can kill it. Or if you draw
I know
crashes.
it's not supposed to work, but I saw it happen, okay? Like 3 times.
Okay. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. I'm just like, that doesn't seem like it should work.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, what do you do against Durant? You just keep, like, one Zekrom out, and then, like, maybe a Thundurus or something, so you only have one attacker.
No,
and then...
Well, what I do is I just play normal.
Nice.
Because I always start with Mewtwo, so I just have to play normal. Or I guess Buffalon in this case.
Yes, I saw... Like, it got to the point where the guy wasn't even trying to win by decking people out, he was just using Mewtwo. Which is like... It actually disgusts me how well this is working.
Oh yeah, you told me about this. And then he got like too confident in Mewtwo. And he went Mewtwo too early.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, alright, so I guess the strange result would be Magnivore. God, I never thought a double stage 2 deck would ever win again, but somehow, someway, if you get enough turn 2 Magnezones, I guess, that deck can function. Surprises me that Typhlosion won a tournament. I feel like that has a pretty bad Zekrom Electric matchup. Not too great against Celebi either. It's good against like, the decks without energy acceleration, I guess. That's about it. Do you guys think there's any staying power for stuff like M4 Magnezone and Typhlosion Reshiram? Do they have any legitimate shot at winning a regional?
I think Typhlosion has a better shot than Emvor, but, you know, I think if you can get Typhlosion out fast enough, you can win. But, actually, like, it's weird, because if Eels doesn't run Zekrom EX, then it's actually hard to deal with Typhlosion if you don't kill them early. But if they, that's what kind of, there was a Typhlosion that made top 8 in Delaware, and that's all, he was having great matches versus Eels. That's because they didn't run Zekrom EX, because it's like a dead card in the mirror, for the most part. So they were just focused on the 2 big matchups, and, you know, why would you play a card that's for a matchup that you probably won't see, like Unknown Cure. A little inside joke between. Yeah, so, you know, why would you play Zekrom EX? But if he runs into Zekrom, then he's just dead.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like, okay, you're playing Typhlosion Reshiram. Why are you playing a Stage 2 version of Zekrom Electric?
Yeah, that's what the deck felt like. I remember it got to the point where we were just like, I think we should cut Quilava completely. Because it never evolves, because it just always gets knocked out. So.
Yeah. So yeah, other than that, the Landorus Terrakion thing probably had its final days. I mean, you might see their regionals. I don't see that making it all the way through a regional. Maybe if it just keeps facing Durant, but I don't see Durant even being that popular. But the other deck on the list is something we've kind of talked about a little bit, not too much, which is Tornadus Terrakion, which is the troll deck. Does very well in California. It's not really played many other places, but it always does very well in California. So maybe there's something to it. It's just Tornadus, you Hurricane, you move the energy to Terrakion, and then it plays Mewtwo now. So you guys think that deck has a shot at regionals?
Sure. I mean, it has all the fundamentals it needs. It has Tornadus. I'm sure it plays plus power. It has Catcher. And it has Mewtwo.
But it has no energy acceleration, so that could hold it back.
EXPL, maybe. I can see it running EXPL. Sure. It's like the same card. I don't know why they changed the name. Like, why would they do that to, like, someone like me?
One, it doesn't get discarded.
So they should just make EXPL not get discarded.
Well, they decided to make a new one, alright? Learn the new card.
Nah, I still call Glaciate Spintail sometimes.
Spintail?
Hey, you should have seen it.
Not even close.
You should have seen it when we were testing for Worlds. I kept saying Firestarter for Afterburner.
It was like 4 months after we started using Typhlosion, too.
I know, but like, it's old hat, it's free card, man.
Alright, Drew, what do you think? Do you think you're a big fan of the Six Corners deck? Do you still think something without energy acceleration can win?
I guess you have to play pretty carefully though. If you don't have anything to fall back on, like a eel. I don't know about that deck. It just doesn't seem as strong as a Zekrom or a Celebi deck. You're just making it harder on yourself when you can just play some other basics and have a better shot.
Yeah, guess we'll find out. I mean, it's not that popular of a deck, but for some reason it keeps winning out west. So, gotta keep an eye on it. But I guess that kind of covers states. So, let's move on to championship point system. Of course, this is the first year that we are using championship points. We ditched the ELO rating. It's still used for tiebreakers, but it's not a focus anymore. So, Drew, I'll just assume you haven't kept up to date on championship points, and I'll ask you.
Focus Center, dude. I watched it.
Well, I also watched Poke Center just before the show.
I was gonna say, what would you assume that someone would have to have for championship points in order to feel secure about an invite?
50? Maybe 50?
Pram, what do you think at this point?
I'm kind of holding on to the 45-50 range. I feel like that's a little unlikely, but there's so many people at like 39, and there's so many people at 40. I can't imagine them all going like way up. So I feel like 45 to 50 is going to be like the minimum.
There's still battle roads, dude. They can all hit
and a
through
regional.
battle roads.
Yeah, but battle roads are hard, man. I'm not like it's like
Yeah,
no
40
joke.
points.
No, it's like no joke, man. Battle roads are like super tough. Like first off, it's a top 4 max, so like you have to go X1, and then even then, even then you're not guaranteed.
You just suck, Kyle.
It's tough. You
No,
like
I actually got screwed by the TO.
Yeah.
He was supposed to run at the top 4, and then he's like, we're only doing the top 2 today, guys.
Because he played Super Magnavoid. You're just like, I can't have that top 10.
I will be honest.
Legend.
I was a little stubborn during the early things of Battle Road, so that might have been why I felt it was so tough. I stuck on to have more. I was like, I'm not playing this catcher game. But
I did too.
yeah, I learned my lesson very quickly. But yeah, I think just by the way Battle Roads are structured, it's going to be tough to get those points, man. Like, you may only get like 4 points out of Battle Roads from the next one, and Nats is very limited on how many people are going to get points from that. Relevant points.
Yeah. Well, I mean, still regionals. There's one more. So I'm assuming that not everybody did very well at the first regional and all 3 weeks of states, unless your name is Dustin Zimmerman. Then you're excluded. But I think everybody has a chance to move up from regionals, which is scary. And there are battle roads, which I do think battle roads will be extremely cutthroat. Really going to be tough to get your points from there, but you can still gain points from that. So if you're just looking at it, number 40 has 39 points. I mean, at the beginning of the year, we probably thought like 40 would be safe for an invite, and now we're looking at, is 50 going to be enough? So really inflated to compare to what we thought it would be. I wouldn't be surprised if like number 40 had like, well, actually had 50, which is scary considering like I want to stay. I made top 4, and I did well at cities and all that stuff, and just to think, oh, I could still miss an invite after doing all that. It's kind of scary. So, final predictions. What will be the point total of number 40? Pram, what do you think?
Skip, I'll come back. I'm looking at the top 40 right now.
How many people are around like 39, 38?
For 39 goes down to the bottom, just goes down all the way down to 40th, and 41st is the last 39 with the lowest tiebreak. So it's tough, man. This is a tough call.
I'm gonna go with 49 points.
Oh, I'm in.
Brad, what do you think?
I think it's going to be a little lower. Probably. I'm just going to say that a nice even 45 is going to be where 40th is. I think that's somewhat reasonable because there's not many points left to give. So it's not like you just have, okay, I have 3 weekends of states left. It's like, no, we're coming down to the wire, and there's not many points left.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say 50. I think that's going to be the cutoff, which, that's scary, but I think it's going to be 50. I can just see it. There's enough points from nationals, I guess, and maybe people will take battle roads more seriously. Who knows? And there's still a regional left, so God knows what can happen.
What's the point breakdown for nationals? Do you know?
I know first place gets 25 or something now.
Well,
let's check. 1 second.
Yeah, I have no idea.
yeah. Well, I'm looking it up too.
Championship.
I was just wondering if you had it known offhand.
Nope, but I got it. So first is 20, second is 16, third and fourth is 12, 5 through 8 is 10. So if you made that, you already got an invite anyway. Nobody cares. But 9 through 12 is 8, 13 through 16 is 6, and top 32 is 4, and top 64 is 3.
That's kind of low.
Is there any for 128?
Doesn't say.
Is there like a kicker or something? I feel there's a kicker.
The kicker is at 64.
Oh, that's cutthroat. That is cutthroat. Oh man, I think my 45 is gonna hold.
Yeah, I guess it could. I didn't think about it, but the bad part about people finishing in the top 8, even though they get an invite, that means they're probably stealing an invite from somebody else because they're going to finish in the top 40.
I don't know. That's not necessarily not with championship points. They could go in.
Might
with,
happen.
They could literally go in with like 10 championship points and the top 8 nationals, and then
That could happen, yeah.
there's no way they're in the top 40. So,
But usually people who have done well throughout the season, some of them end up like in top.
Tom, Tozel.
That's not what I was getting at, but like last year, Jason Harry, who was #1 in North America the whole season, and he made top 4.
I don't think so.
So it seems like it happens every year where somebody in the top
Yeah.
5 of the rating.
I mean,
makes
like,
it.
yeah, I think so too. But I don't think like the entire top 8. I think it's going to be like under 4. Under 4 spots taken. So.
It'll be a close race.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be cutthroat
Split it
though.
out.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, well, unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about before we go into viewer questions, that's all I got.
Let's see. No, I'm good.
Drew?
I got.
Sit on my desk. Oh yeah,
I do have one thing. Thank you guys for having me come up and way past Crim on Twitter. You guys have really helped out in our little conflict, and much love.
Yeah, man. Look who showed up and who didn't. Who really loved his fans.
I guess we'll go.
Not Crim.
Anyone else? I guess we'll go on break.
Alright, so we're going to take a quick little break for a couple minutes, and then when we come back, we will take viewer questions. So if you have any questions, post them on our Facebook, facebook.com/TopCutPokemon, and we will be right back.